Hey y'all, welcome back to Summertime Tarot. If you're new to the channel, my name is Summer, and this here is a pick a card reading specifically for the full moon in Sagittarius. Alright, that's coming up on May 27th. No, May 26th. There we go. Right. It's supposed to also be a lunar eclipse, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do here, we're gonna pull 3 cards for the 3 separate piles for you to choose from, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. Okay, so give me 1 second. Alright, so let's get 3 cards. Okay, let's get 2 more. Okay, let's get 1 more. Just 1. Please and thank you. Okay. So the first card, this one will come out in the reverse, so it's the Void. Okay. And then second card, we have the Masculine. Alright, and the third card, we have Patience. Okay, so I'm gonna do it one more time. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so if you need to, you can go back, rewind, pause, do what you need to, but I'm gonna start with pile 1. So see you there. If you pick this here Void, right? Let's go ahead and see what your message is here for the full moon in Sagittarius. Alright, so with the coming out in the reverse, I feel like you're kind of coming out of this dark space, the void. Okay, with it being in reverse, I get a resistance on your part from like coming out of maybe reflection, a dark space, or you know, whatever you want to call it. The void. Let's just call it the void. Right? It's like there's an opportunity for you that you may not be wanting to look at or wanting to move towards. That's what I get from this card here. Right, some of you here, you could be missing like an ex-partner or wanting to go back to a person or a situation that kind of left you in this space. Okay, well, let's see here. Let's get some more info. First card out, we have beloved or beloved. Alright. Yeah, so you could be like really wanting more love, right? And you could be looking for this in another person. As I was saying, this could be, you know, you could be really wanting to go back to a past relationship or past situation, you know what I'm saying? Judgment free zone here, right? I'm not coming at you or nothing. But right, look, it's time for you to get moving here. It's almost like you may have forgotten. Yeah, it's making me think. Okay, look, I'm gonna show you the cards and I'm gonna tell you what's coming to my mind. It's making me think of how Stella got her groove back. It's time for you to get your groove back. It's time for you to get your groove back. And I feel like you may have kind of lost yourself, be it due to a relationship or due to a certain situation or something that happened in the past that made you kind of forget yourself or feel disconnected from yourself, from the divine. And it's time for you to really reconnect with that part of you that kind of, you know, is excited for life, that wants to go out, that wants to explore, that wants to, you know, do your thing, right? Yeah, look, more relationship stuff here. I feel like it's time for you to make peace with a certain relationship or a certain person, right? That doesn't mean you need to talk to that person, but hey, if you feel like you need to and you want to, go for it, okay? But I feel like it's kind of time for you to kind of accept. Right, look, it says acknowledge defeat gracefully. Yeah, it's kind of time for you to accept the current state of things, right? And to move forward. Okay? Well, let's see here. Alright, bottom of the deck here we have Mother of Swords. Then we have the Five of Wands, the Fool, Hermit, High Priestess, the Tower, and the Seven of Wands and Temperance. Yeah. So, whatever happened, right? Like I was saying, it may have shook up your world, right? It may have even like kind of caused you to question yourself or to think differently of yourself. And it's time for you to kind of really reconnect with yourself. To reconnect with that part of you that really believes in yourself and believes in, your worth, that knows your worth. And not feel like you need to find it in a person or in a thing or some kind of outcome, right, that you have in your mind of what things are supposed to look like in order for you to be happy, in order for you to kind of live your life and enjoy your life. Yeah, I feel like some of you may be like afraid of like making mistakes or falling down, getting hurt again. And I say again because I feel like, right, with the void in reverse, I feel like you may have, been hurt in the past, in one way or another, which may be making it so that you are afraid to kind of move, afraid to go out there and to put yourself out there and to go after things. But I feel it's important that you know that you've learned from this situation and that, yeah, I just saw 1111. It's important that you know that you learned from this situation, and to kind of take that knowledge with you going forward, but not feel like you kind of have to stay stuck in a space that is, a void, that is empty, that leaves you feeling like you're lacking something or missing something, but kind of really reconnect with that light within yourself, that fire within yourself, right? Because if you look at this here, right? Look at the fire, right? This event or this, it could have even been a culmination of past events, right? It has sparked something within you, and it's time for you to kind of get out and start using that fire to create what it is that you want, right? Rather than, because I feel like with this void, you've been spending a lot of time thinking about, the future that it is you see for yourself, what it is that you want, what it is you feel like you may be missing, and it's time for you to really start moving and creating that life, that vision in the physical reality, rather than kind of waiting for it to appear. Right? So it's like You're going to have to use this wisdom, this guidance, this knowledge that you've gotten from this experience or experiences, and use them to move you forward, to propel you forward, to create that life that you see for yourself. Okay? But let's... What do I want to do? Okay, let's see if the ancestors have anything that they'd like to add. Actually, I kind of want to use these. Let's use this deck. Let's see what you kind of need to release here within yourself in order to kind of get yourself moving and going forward, okay? Look, we have the Hermit showing up here twice. So we have Hermit and Samaritan. So this seems like you need to release self-sacrificing. Beliefs and patterns and habits. But also get like you may, with this, you may kind of compare yourself to other people. And that's kind of keeping you boxed in. You see this? See the kind of like house around him? It's keeping you boxed in and kind of keeping you stuck here in this void. Because I feel like you may be focusing on what it is you feel you may be lacking, what it is you feel other people have that you don't, what it is you know, that kind of stuff. And that's keeping you kind of stuck in this here box, in this hermit mode, where you may be very much afraid to kind of go out and go after what it is that you want. But also you may not even ask other people for help, right? You may be a person that may be very much like, okay, I can help other people, but when it comes to asking for help or asking for what it is that you need, you kind of fall silent. And that's keeping you in this void here, keeping you feeling, I feel like you may be feeling like you have no one to kind of rely on or that supports you. And it's kind of time for you to let go of that kind of mentality that you have to do everything on your own, or that, you know, you're the one that needs to be helping rather than getting the help, right? It's like a two-way street. You need help, you need to give help, but you can't, like, you know, be out of balance in that regard. And I feel like bottom of the deck here we have Rebel. It feels like you may feel as if people don't like understand you, or that you have no one that kind of understands you or appreciates you, right? And if so, it may be time for you to kind of really find people out there and connect with people out there that understand you, that, you know, are the same vibe, you know? Okay. Well, let's see if the ancestors have anything to add. And then you might pull one more oracle card to close this out. Okay. Okay. That was a lot, but we're gonna take it. Okay. Okay, so we have a higher guardian speaking. My energy is assisting you during this time period. You are going through major transitions. Okay. Yeah. They're basically saying, like, it's time for you to really start speaking up for yourself, I feel here. Asking for what it is that you need, but also accepting assistance and guidance from the people around you, but also from the divine, right? From your ancestors, from spirit, you know, whomever you believe in, pray to, right? It's like you may be stubborn here. We have this card. It's called the tall tree, wealth, abundance, growth, legacy. You may be stubborn and you know, either afraid of asking for help or feel like, okay, I don't need anyone. I don't want to extend myself or ask for help. And that's kind of limiting you here. It's keeping you stuck here in this void. And it's time for you to kind of get out of this pattern of, you know, being afraid of judgment, being afraid of people maybe abandoning you or leaving you or rejecting you. And kind of move into a space where you're really focused on your growth, your abundance, right? Your wealth, your legacy. And the only way you can do that is if you kind of get out of these patterns or these habits that keep you in this void, right? And I feel like going back to this, it has to do with, you know, needing to do things on your own or being afraid to reach out and ask for help. Or really self-sacrificing in order to appeal to other people or to receive love, to receive, you know, attention or affection, right? Kind of letting go of that and really focusing on, I feel, you know, connecting to yourself in a different way, where it's like you're not kind of pulling away from people, but that you're going within in order to discover what it is that you feel you may be missing or lacking, so that you can kind of go without in order to find it or in order to, you know, ask for it. You feel what I'm saying? Hopefully that made sense. Okay, because I feel like here with the bookman and initiation, right, there are people here that may be really wanting to help you, right? Be it, you know, people in the physical reality, but also, you know, in the spiritual realm, who want to help you, who want to give you guidance and reassurance and all that kind of support. You feel what I'm saying? But in order to receive it, you have to be open to receiving it. Okay? But let's pull one more card and then we're going to close this out. Okay. I actually want to pull from this deck. So let's do it. Hold on, wait a minute. So it says, dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life: money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. So whenever you fall into insecurity, you will be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough. And abundance is your natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, you can and will create it. You are so on the right path now. Keep believing, then the seeing happens. Loving you more and more every day. Okay? But that's all I have for you, Pile 1. Hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you're interested in booking a personal reading, be sure to head over to summertimetarot.com to book that. The link is in the description box below. Okay, but I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. Peace out. So we have season and embrace. Okay? Yeah, it's like it's time for you to embrace all of the parts of yourself, right? Even those parts that you may not like. right? Because they kind of, they make you who you are, right? They make you who you are. They're an addition or a part of your path thus far, and they're going to be with you on your journey forward. So it's like, rather than trying to disconnect yourself from that, or kind of cut yourself off from it, or be like, oh, this has nothing to do with me, I'm not connected to it at all. It's like needing to embrace it and kind of start figuring out how to use it for your own good. You know what I'm saying? If it's a part of yourself or a part of your experience that you don't like, or you just maybe having a hard time making peace with, you're having that hard time because you need to make peace with it. You feel what I'm saying? It's like if something keeps coming up or something keeps showing up, be it in your mind or in your experience or in your heart, it's because you need to sit down and really make peace with it. It's probably going to help you going forward, right? Just the fact of you working through it and working, with that experience is going to improve you, which is then going to improve the lives of other people. So if you, try and cut yourself off from it, or, kind of throw it away, right? You're kind of missing out on something good. It's like, with the season, it's like, if, you gotta have your seasonings. Don't nobody want no bland chicken or no bland food, right? You need that. That was a little bit of a tangent, but I hope you understand what I was trying to say there. Okay. Yeah. But it says here, pot, add ingredients, more required, cook further. Yeah, I feel like it's still some more cooking and simmering and marinating that needs to go on. And I feel like it has to do with embracing, right? It's like you may need to kind of just you may either need to kind of let things sit and settle as they are, right? So that you can have like the fat kind of come up to the top, so that you can kind of skim it off. Hopefully my cooking metaphors are making sense. But it's like, I feel like there's a need for kind of reflection here on your part, in order to kind of understand these past experiences, these things that may still be kind of showing up for you in negative ways in your life. To reflect on it, so that you can make peace, but also so that you can utilize the wisdom from that going forward, rather than have it kind of beat you up or like tear you down in some way. Does that make sense? Comment down below if I'm making sense. I hope so. Okay, but let's get some more here. Because I feel like, if it was like a romantic relationship, listen, it's the masculine. If it was a romantic relationship that like hurt you or quote unquote scarred you, right? You don't want to be the person that's out here like scarring other people. That's not cool, bro. Okay? So but also that's true with, any other relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic for it to kind of like make you go out there and like start hurting people. Hello. But it doesn't have to be that, right? It could have been, your parents or something. But if you're not like processing it, if you haven't healed from it, or you aren't currently working to heal it, then you can be out here like hurting and scarring other people. Because hurt people. Okay? That's all I'm saying. But let's see. Oh, the card. It just flew. Hold on. Alright. Let's see what else wants to come out for you. Alright. Okay. bottom of the deck here we have the Emperor. We have the Eight of Cups, the Father of Swords, and the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, because I feel like whatever this is, right, it may be clouding your judgment. It may be clouding your perception of yourself, but also like your future. Right? You may have a hard time trusting people. You may have a hard time getting close to people, right? With this Father of Swords, you may be very like snippety, like very disconnected or like closed off from people. And it's time for you, I feel here with this Eight of Cups, to really make peace with these experiences so that you can really, I feel like, one, trust yourself, right? Because if you are in a space where you don't trust, right, I say this because I feel like it is the truth. If you don't trust other people, it's because you don't trust yourself, okay? Not saying that, everybody trustworthy, but when you're in a space where you trust yourself, it's easier for you to, be open to trusting people, but also not to be afraid of, like, being hurt by people because you can see clearly, right? You can see clearly when you trust yourself. When you trust yourself, you be like, hey, I don't really jive with this person, so I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to distance myself. But if you don't trust yourself, right, you may, close yourself off from people, which then limits your interactions with other people, which makes it hard for you to read people. Okay, that's just my 2 cents. Okay, so it's like it's time for you here to really to make peace with these experiences so that you can really begin to trust yourself, right? Because going forward, right, on this path that you see for yourself, you're going to need to trust yourself, right? Because if you don't trust yourself, it's going to be hard for you to make those decisions that you need to make for your growth, for your progress. Excuse me. Right? So if you're not trusting yourself, if you're not kind of like, healed, basically, that leads to, making, either being reckless or not taking risks at all, which, it needs to be balanced. Okay? It needs to be balanced. So it's important here that you, release these things. It doesn't mean that you, forget all about them, but that you say, I learned from that. This is what that brought into my life. This is what, I got from that, so that you can move forward with that wisdom. Okay? But let's see if the ancestors have anything that they would like to add. And then, well, yes. Okay, fine. We're gonna, because I used these cards in the last one, so let's see what you need to release here. What aspect of yourself, shall I say, do you need to release so that you can move forward freely? All right. Yeah, because I feel like with the masculine, it's really you really wanting to kind of, be yourself. So it's like really needing to reconnect with yourself, to relearn yourself, and to unlearn those things from the past that keep you from moving forward, that keep you from wanting to put yourself out there, to do all the things that you enjoy and love. Okay, so we have here the Samaritan. This also came up in pile 1. And then we have the Healer. So what you need to release here. Okay, I'm gonna just be honest. So if you look at the card, right, look at him. I feel like there's a part of you that may kind of want to manipulate and change either people or circumstances. Right? You may be very, like, kind of, right, the Emperor. Controlling. You could be controlling. both to yourself but also to other people, right? And I feel like it shows up for yourself where you may be very either like a perfectionist or, all right, because this is a general reading, either a perfectionist or someone who doesn't basically a perfectionist. And I feel like there's different types of perfectionists, right? There's the people that are always like doing stuff, and it has to be kind of like they need to be in control of everything. But it's also the people who are so perfectionist that they won't even do anything if it's not perfect, right? But I also feel like it may be showing up where you may be wanting to kind of control other people, like make them do what you want them to do or be who you want them to be. And it's because I feel like there's this part of you that wants to, kind of be ultra in control of yourself and of your life. And so when you're not, that may kind of branch out into needing to control your environment and the people around you, right? And I feel like it could show up like right, as a healer, right? It's not that you have ill intent. It could actually be like you wanting to help people, but you may be really wanting to kind of control how how they go about doing what it is that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it may be for their best interest, you may still be wanting to, control or nitpick or, whatever it is. Okay? But let's see if the ancestors have anything they would like to add. And then we're going to get a postcard from Spirit and close this thing out. Okay? Starting to rain, oh man. So we have Spirit Guide speaking, don't miss this opportunity, it's your time, no more procrastination. Okay, then we have Higher Guardian speaking, my energy is assisting you during this time period, you are going through major transitions. And Yoruba medicine woman, spiritual medicine and healing provided, seeking solutions to issues unseen, herb, spell work, cleansing. Then we have the feeler, hardworking ancestor, and oral history. Okay. Yeah. I feel like this is talking about how you may be wanting to kind of control your environment and the people around you. And I feel like it's because, going back to like just needing to be in control, right? So rather than focusing your energy outside of yourself, it's time for you to really focus that energy inward. Focus on getting yourself together. Focus on right? Because we got procrastination showing up here. Focus on getting yourself disciplined and focused and, intent on what it is that you want and see for yourself, right? Because once you kind of get your focus off the people and the situations around you and you really kind of just pull it in to you, right? That's when you can really start working your magic. Okay? Yeah, but I also feel like it may be some limiting beliefs here for you that may be showing up, that it's time for you to really to start healing yourself and releasing yourself from, so that you can move forward in the way and towards the things that you want. Okay? But there may be some, some patterns or some habits that you need to really release yourself from, to let go of, okay? But I feel like it kind of connects to emotions, right? So if you pick this pile, you may maybe deal with anxiety, depression, and I feel like it may be very important that you focus on getting that kind of under control, understanding that aspect of yourself, understanding your triggers, the things that kind of put you in that place, so that you can kind of counteract it. You feel what I'm saying? But let's pull a postcard from Spirit, and we're going to close this out. All right. right? And that could sorry that anxiety and depression could actually go back to, you know, these childhood experiences. So it's time for you to really focus on healing that, right? Kind of getting to the root rather than focusing on the surface level, like what's going on the surface. Get to the root of it. Okay, listen, hold on. All right, let's see. Final message here. So it says, dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy and put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. Loving you so, so much. All right, but that's all I have for you. Hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you're interested in booking a personal reading, be sure to head over to summertimetarot.com to book that. The link is in the description box below. Okay, but I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. Peace out. Okay, so if you picked this here card, let's go ahead and see what your full moon message is. So I feel like you could either be lost or like, let me correct that. I feel like you may be feeling like lost or like trying to find your path. That's what I get from this. Yeah, that makes sense. Patience, right? But with this, okay, this red balloon, listen, this red balloon always makes me think of it, right? So I feel like there may be like some things from your childhood that you could still be holding on to here, right? But look, it's small. So I feel like you have a handle on it. But you may not realize how significant or important that is for you going forward. And I feel like it's going to not only guide you when it comes to your path, but also kind of help you along your path. These, you know, past experiences, be it from childhood or, you know, the, you know, recent past. Yeah, it's like these things could like open up doors for you or just give you a great deal of insight when it comes to whatever field or, you know, thing it is you want to move towards. Okay, but let's see here. It could also be here, you know, really needing to connect with your ancestors, right? Connect with your history, right? The people that came before you, to kind of get some clarity about where you come from, what brought you to where you are now, right? Because I feel like that's also going to be helpful. It may have something to do with your path, right? Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Wait a minute, it's too many. Okay. All right. So let's look here at what we got. So bottom of the deck here we have retreat. Then we have pledge, evaluate, attempt, guard, change, conciliate, and more. Okay, so some of you, you could have, okay, okay. Some of you, you could have attempted something here, right? When it comes to your path. But it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to. And you could be having like a change of heart, wondering whether or not you should continue going forward on your path or if you should move in a different direction. Yeah, it's like you're reevaluating your commitments, the things that you've committed yourself to, be it relationships, dreams, goals, right? And I just saw 444. And I feel like, okay, right, this is going to be different for everybody. So it's like it's important that you kind of, sit down and really reconnect with yourself or connect with yourself in order to figure out what is best for you. But I feel like for real, that it's like it's just important that you kind of, accept your losses, right? But to not allow them to make you doubt or question yourself or question what it is that you see for yourself or want for yourself, right? Because I feel like with this guard, you may be very much like closing yourself up or like feeling afraid of moving forward for fear of making a mistake or things going wrong. And it may not be that you need to change your path. It may just be that you need to change your outlook or change the way that you're going about certain things, right? Right? Because you picked the card of patience. So it's like you must still want to do whatever it is you've been trying to do. It's just needing patience, right? And to not kind of close yourself up because of fear or because of fear, being afraid that things aren't going to work out, or doubting yourself, doubting your dreams, doubting your talents and your gifts and your goals, right? And I feel like it may be time for you here with this change and conciliate. It may be time for you to change who you may be connecting yourself with, right? For some of you, this could be showing up, did I say this already? Like with a relationship, like you may be, you could have either left a relationship, or you may be thinking about leaving a relationship. And if you left a relationship and you're like wanting to go out and open yourself up to new love and to new opportunities and all that stuff, I feel like you're going to have to let down your guard and not be afraid of like putting yourself out there, opening up to new opportunities and new possibilities and new people, right? To make peace with what has happened thus far, but not to allow that to cloud your perception or judgment about what's to come, right? Hope that made sense. But let's go ahead and see what else wants to come out here. And this came right on the pledge here, and evaluate. Yeah. Yeah, so for some of you, this has to do with a relationship here. I'm gonna show you the cards. 1 second. Bottom of the deck here, we have Ace of Pentacles, right? There's new opportunity here, right? Look at that. It's just about you kind of having patience. I feel like with yourself, but also with your healing process. Yeah. So we have here the six. Yeah, the six of. The Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Tower. So yeah, I feel like this is talking about this past here, where like you attempted something, but it didn't work out the way that you expected, and that could have like shook up your world here with this Tower, right? Could have caused a major shift for you, both in your physical reality, but also like your mental, how you see yourself, how you see the world, how you see life, right? Which it could have put you in this kind of guarded space. Yeah, but over here we have the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles, and Justice. Yeah, I just feel like it's important that you stay open to, new things, right? To the unknown, right? There could be this fear of the unknown, right? Kind of wanting to stay to what it is that you already know, what it is that you've already experienced. But I feel like, what you've already experienced was kind of painful. And if you want something different, right, you're going to have to kind of release this, right? We have mourn here. So it's like it's time for you to mourn, so that you can really accept what has happened, to accept what is going on now, so that you can move forward in the way that is best for you, towards, what it is that you want, towards your own growth and happiness and abundance and all the good things. Right? You could be focusing a lot of your attention on like other people or like this experience, right? And it's time for you to kind of refocus that energy and attention on yourself, so that you can really start really loving on yourself, connecting with yourself, right? I just saw 1133. Healing yourself, so that you're not kind of so guarded or so fearful of, what's to come. Because something coming here with the Ace of Pentacles. It's just you may be kind of afraid of moving towards it, and so it's like time for you to really, I feel, kind of focus on getting yourself prepared for what is to come, for what it is that you want to come, shall I say, right? What do you want? Kind of, spend some time getting to know that. What do you want for real, for real? What do you want your life to look like going forward, right? Do you want the house and the 2 kids with the picket fence, and what is it that you want? And start preparing yourself for that. Start basically like creating yourself in the image of what it is that you see for yourself, right? When you envision your future, who is the person that you see, and like start focusing on making yourself that person, right? And then everything gonna start lining up for you, okay? But let's see what you need to release within yourself in order to kind of facilitate your movement forward. Okay. Oh. Bottom of the deck here we have Virgin. It says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. That's the light attribute. But the shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. Okay, so yeah, you may be afraid of connecting to people, right? You may be afraid of getting hurt, so you kind of close yourself off or like distance yourself from other people. So then we have dilettante. So it's like you may be afraid of going deeper, be it into yourself or towards the things that it is you see for yourself, right? So like, say you, I don't know, sorry for clapping. Say you, I don't know, you want to be a doctor, but you stopped at like right before you got to medical school, right? You may be afraid of going, committing to that thing that you want. Okay, then we have destroyer. It says light attributes: releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Shadow attributes: intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So then we have child, orphan. So the shadow attributes: feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Yeah, like I was saying, connected to childhood here. So I feel like here there may still be some things from childhood that may be negative here, that you are still kind of holding on to, that are blocking you from going deeper into what it is that you really want. So you could be focusing a lot of your attention on like what's bad or what could go bad, and that kind of stops you from even pursuing the things that it is that you want, because you're like, you know what, what's the point? It's not even going to happen. It's not possible. You know what I'm saying? Like you could, right, with this destroyer, you could destroy your own dreams because you're like, oh, I'm not good enough, or it's not possible, I can't make it happen. If, ands, and buts that are all negative about yourself and about the possibilities. And it's time for you to really kind of let go of these things that may have happened in childhood that made you feel, like an orphan, like you were abandoned, or that you weren't good enough. Because I feel like, right, it says seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So whatever you experienced in childhood, you could be recreating when it comes to your relationships, be it romantic or platonic, to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? You may be looking for that in other relationships in order to, and it could be subconsciously. That's the word that's coming to my mind, right? You may not be aware of it, but you may be connecting with people that mirror your past experiences from childhood, because that's all that you know. And so it's time for you to really, I feel, become more aware of how like these childhood experiences are affecting you, or have affected you thus far, so that you can heal from it, so that you're not kind of recreating those same cycles and patterns within other relationships, be it with people or with your dreams and goals. Okay, because they're stopping you from kind of going deeper and progressing when it comes to your dreams and your goals in life, right? Because you don't even feel like they're possible, so you kind of disconnect from it, or you don't even pursue it. That's what I get. Okay, but let's see if the ancestors have anything they would like to add, and then we're going to pull a postcard from Spirit to finish it out. Okay, because it's raining out, chill. All right. Oh, wait a minute. That one. All right. So bottom of the deck here we have restored Ashe, offering accepted, happy, loyal to practice. Okay. Then we have inspired in reverse. Oh, fertility in reverse. Then we have the arranged marriage, female ancestor, hardworking ancestor, and the ancestor you ignore speaking. It says, so when are you coming to talk to me? I have something to tell you, and bring me something in return. Then we have ancestor speaking, everything you do is for a reason. Your hard work will pay off. Cheer up and keep pushing forward. And then we have the listener. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you could be very much like I was saying, they're talking about how you may you could give up on things a little bit quickly because you're like, oh, it'll never work out, or I can't make it happen, or this, that, and the third. And it's like needing to trust that you will connect with and be connected to the people, places, and things that you need when you need them, right? Kind of like if you feel like, okay, well, I don't know enough, or I'm not good enough, it's like along your path, you're going to run into what it is that you need in order to get to where it is you need to go or want to go, right? But if you kind of give up before you even, start, then you're never going to have that abundance that you want and see for yourself. So it's like continue to work, continue to push forward, right? And you're going to be connected with the people and the things that are right for you, that are good for you, that are going to help improve your life and mobilize you and move you towards what it is that you see for yourself, okay? Yeah, and I feel like here you may be paying a lot of attention to uh, the negative talk of people, right? The things that people say that are negative about you or about your dreams and your goals. And it's time for you to kind of like let that go, right? And to really start focusing on connecting with people that have something good to say about you and about your dreams and goals, okay? If they talking negative, they don't believe in you, then you don't need to be around them. That's just my 2 cents, okay? Or it could be your female ancestor showing up here, because yeah, she might be talking like that. All right. That's what she wants you to know. Yeah, I feel like every time that she come out in a reading, I start talking like that. So that was her. That was your female ancestors that had something to say about them, okay? Yeah. Yeah, but good things are coming here. It's just you needing to really kind of tune into that. Tune into the vibe, that high vibe, the vibe of what it is that you want and see for yourself, rather than focusing on like this kind of destroyer, right? That negative talk, be it from yourself or other people, right? And as long as you're doing the work, you staying committed, you're staying disciplined, you're going to see results, right? It may take time, but that's okay. Everything worth having. I don't know, finish it. I don't I don't remember. Okay, but that's all I have for you. Oh wait, no, I gotta get your postcard. I'm sorry. Let's get your postcard. Then we're gonna close this out, okay? Alright, let's see. Final message here. Then we're gonna close it out. Okay. So it says, dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get up and start that hustle toward your goals and dreams. Okay, there are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move, say yes to life, pick up the phone, make that decision, and take that one step toward the gods or us. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up as if by magic. Well, we know it's really spirit in all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying, go for it. Take positive action towards your dreams. Even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda, it will all be orchestrated by spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? We love you so, so much. All right? But that's all I have for you. Hopefully it helped you in some way. If it did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you're interested in booking a personal reading, head over to summertimetarot.com to book that. The link is in the description box below. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. Peace out.